am Squatawa, the teller of stories. Today I will tell you a tale known to the Micmac tribe of Nova Scotia and to the Passamaquoddy tribe of Maine. Gather around the council fire as I tell you of the hero Glooskap and Micmac, the Loon. Long, long ago, before man kept a record of time, the Great Spirit sent a mighty hero to the people of the forests. His name was Glooskap, and his totem or sacred sign was a great and wise white owl. In that long ago time, the animals of the forests and the birds of the air could speak just as men could speak. They talked to Glooskap because he was their friend. He hunted them only for food, as the Great Spirit had decreed. In the villages of the tribes, Glooskap taught the hunters how to use the bow and arrow. He taught them how to hunt for food and to stalk the game of the forest.
The Great Spirit has given you the animals of the woods for food and clothing. If you hunt wisely and do not take more than you need, there will always be enough for everyone.
Glooskap taught the tribes the way of peace.
I didn't teach you to fight so that you could attack each other in anger. The skills I taught you were to be used only to defend yourselves. You fight each other for no reason, and it angers me.
You are angry, Glooskap. Man does not use the things that you have taught them wisely.
They are the children of the Great Spirit, and I must teach them as children. One day, they will learn to live in peace and without greed.
Glooskap went among the people and taught them how to govern themselves and how to live in peace with their neighbors. Glooskap taught the people how to grow food for themselves so that they would not have to go hungry when game was scarce. The days passed, and Glooskap was content that the people were learning the ways of the Great Spirit.
Glooskap, Glooskap, hello, my friend.
Micmac, Brother Loon, I have not seen you in many days.
I have been on the other side of the lake, but you could not hear me, for I have no song like the robin, or even a call like your white owl.
Then I will give you a call of your own. Listen. This will be yours alone. You will be my messenger, and your call will be a signal between us.
No bird has a call as fine as mine.
The Loon Micmac went happily to the center of the lake to practice the call that would be a signal between himself and the mighty Glooskap.
We are not content, Glooskap. We are the most beautiful animals in the forest, but we have the poorest grass to eat.
And the people stalk us for food and take our skins to wear. This is the way of the forest. It is the plan which the Great Spirit has made.
The deer were not content to live in peace, and soon began to fight among themselves over their grasslands and watering places. They would not listen to the words of Glooskap, and this made him sad.
I heard your call, Glooskap. You are very sad, my friend.
I am afraid that I am failing in my mission. The deer do not heed my words, and the people do not listen as they should.
The animals began to come to Glooskap frequently. They complained about everything. They wanted him to make their lives contented and free of all work and worry. And when he told them that this could not be done, they turned away from him in anger. The fields were left untended as the Indians grew tired of working them. They did not want to work for their food. The small animals went into the fields and stole away the untended food. They hid it away in the forest, for they took more than they could use. The people were angry when the animals took away their food. They followed them into the woods where many animals were killed and taken back to the village. Much of the meat would be wasted, for the hunters had killed more animals than they could possibly use. Glooskap showed the people how to preserve the meat so that it would not be wasted. The people would have food when the time of the snow moon came.
You have killed unwisely, but the food can be saved in this way. You must learn to take only what you need. I am tired of Glooskap. He is always telling us what we must do.
And what we cannot do. He does not know the ways of men. His words are those of a fool.
We should send him away.
Ooh, Glooskap, my friend, you are wasting your time. Ooh, let's leave this place. Ooh, the men and the creatures do not want to learn the ways of the Great Spirit. Ooh, you have taught them the way to live together in peace, but they will not listen. In the end, your heart will be broken.
In the days that followed, the words of the owl came true. The animals of the forest were not content to live together in peace. And the people of the woods made war on each other. They guarded their lands and possessions jealously and would not share what they had. Glooskap went to the people again and told them of the evil things that were happening. They would not listen to him. They laughed at his words and drove him from the village. The warrior went sadly into the deepest part of the forest. His mighty heart felt as if it would break even as he walked.
Great Spirit, mighty Father of all creatures, I have failed you, and I have failed the creatures of the land. They have listened to my words, but they have not understood them. I do not know what more I can do. Tell me what I must do.
The Great Spirit saw the sorrow in the heart of his great warrior and understood that he had done his best to teach his children the ways of peace. The Great Spirit called Glooskap to a place of rest and happiness.
I heard your call, Glooskap. What can I do to help you?
Quimu, my friend, go and tell the people and the animals that I wish to see them here. Go quickly, for I do not have much time.
Quimu the loon went quickly through the night sky and called all of the people and animals to the lake.
What is it now, Glooskap? Have you more things to complain about?
Why can't you leave us alone? We are tired of listening to you. What is it this time?
Be still and listen to friend Glooskap.
My friends, I must leave you. The Great Spirit has called me to return to him. I have tried to teach you the ways of peace, but you have not understood my words. Perhaps someday you will understand them. Farewell, my friends.
Glooskap set out in his canoe and paddled away. As he went, his sad farewell song floated back to the shore. When they could no longer see him in the distance, the people and animals turned to speak to each other and found that they could not. Only creatures of the same kind could communicate with each other. The white owl, Glooskap's totem, flew deep into the forest and hid himself, vowing not to return until the warrior once more walked among the people. In time, the people went back to the fields, but they would not turn away from the ways of greed and selfishness. Soon they no longer remembered Glooskap, except as a name in the stories told by the old ones of the tribes. Only Kwimu the Loon remembered his friend, and each day he called across the lake to Glooskap, calling for him to return. And so it is even today. Kwimu sings his sad song, calling to the mighty Glooskap to return to teach the land the ways of peace.